Hello and welcome to Man Plays Game. Team Ladybug and Why So Serious made a game called Deedlit in Wonder Labyrinth, Record of Lodos War, and I played it. For those that don't know, Record of Lodos War is a D&D inspired series of novels that have been around since the late 80s, but most people know it from the 1990 anime. I rewatched it recently and I would definitely recommend it. But do you need to know the series to enjoy the game? Short answer, no. Unfortunately, the story is the weakest part of this game, which is frustrating knowing how vast the source material is. It feels less like an advancement in the lore, but rather marketing of nostalgia. I can't say that for sure because it's early access, but it would seem that the titular elf Deedlit could be replaced by anyone. To be fair, there is nostalgia in the visuals. The characters and world look vibrant, and the translation of the Lodos War art style into 32-bit sprites feels natural. The animation style is a good balance of being fluid while maintaining tight controls, and even the music had some elements that reminded me of 80s-90s era RPGs and anime. Overall, it was a good execution. The more interesting part of Wonder Labyrinth is the gameplay, which is almost a carbon copy of Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Now, I don't say that as a bad thing, it ensures that the core gameplay works well. I enjoyed buying new items and weapons to kill things, getting magic to kill things, and backdashing everywhere, while killing things. They did more than just borrow Symphony's gameplay though. They added some new ideas, and that is what I found the most interesting. First, there's the addition of a bow that helps put the Metroid in Metroidvania. I found myself using the bow just as much as I was using the swords, knives, and spears. They also introduced a series of geometry-based puzzles that require the bow to solve. Now, they're not super difficult, but the change of pace helped keep me engaged. I've seen trailers for the updates, and it seems that the bow will be getting different kinds of power-ups in the future, and I am on board with that. Second, and most important, they added a mechanic that seems borrowed from one of my favorite games, Ikaruga. Ikaruga is a shoot-'em-up and is one of the best examples of pioneering in a well-worn genre, and this is because of its novel polarity system. Basically, your ship can swap between two colors, and your enemies are a mix of these colors. The idea is to match and contrast your enemies. Matching allows you to absorb enemy fire but not being able to do much damage, and contrasting allows you and your enemy to take double damage. There are 0 drops, and this polarity system takes over most of the mechanics found in a shoot-'em-up. This is paralleled in Wonder Labyrinth as well. In what I'm calling the spirit system, the player must use the spirits of wind and fire to navigate elemental obstacles by swapping spirits. And like Ikaruga, which spirit you have equipped changes how much damage you can deal to certain enemies. Also, if you match an enemy's element, their attack will pass right through you. Not only does this modify combat, the spirit system has consolidated different facets of a metroidvania, namely health regen and platforming. Each spirit offers different methods of progressing through the labyrinth. You can use the power of wind to reach higher platforms and fly over traps, and the power of fire helps you clear physical obstacles. I'm almost certain that these powers will level up and will be the two main and maybe only upgradables for platforming. As for the health regen, you see these 2 meters in the top center of the screen? They are spirit meters for each element. Defeating enemies gives you soul screams, which fill the meter of the element you're not using. The meter fills up 3 times to be completely full, and when that happens, you can swap in that element to start regaining your health automatically. If you take a hit, you will lose 1 spirit level, and with it, the ability to regain your health. There are 0 health drops in this game, making this system, to my knowledge, a completely new take. Large parts of the gameplay are integrated into the spirit system, and it is really unlike anything I can recall in a Metroidvania. This alone is reason enough to talk about it, but there are other worthwhile pieces to this game. It really left its mark. If the developers got the idea from Ikaruga, I wouldn't be surprised, but it doesn't matter where it came from. All that matters is the quality of the end product. As complete a picture as an early access game could be, I would say that you should get this game if you enjoyed Symphony of the Night, or if you want to experience something innovative in a Metroidvania. But as far as a score goes, I would have to give it a 3 out of 5. It could have been a 4 out of 5, but it doesn't have a story. Keep in mind, only level 1 is available right now, so as there are more updates, I'm sure my score will change, whether for better or for worse. But until then, have you played this game? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Tell me in the comments. Thanks for listening, and until next time, take care.